I think the biggest challenges that we had sort of in our legacy, what I refer to as our legacy environments in the latter part of 2014, was the fact that we had just so many of them. We had at least 2 major back office transaction processing systems, each with their own EDI transaction processing partners. And as we as an organization undertook to consolidate those activities, we knew there was going to be some really big benefits in simplifying our support model, eliminating those single points of failure that often occur in environments where you have, multiple resources trying to support multiple environments, multiple flavors of the same environment. So those were the key challenges. And so these activities that we undertook in 2015 and beyond were really to set a new foundation and a single ERP with a single EDI B2B transaction processing environment. The line of business teams were effectively almost responsible for EDI transaction processing. The way that things existed and the way that we had performed transactions was in whole, perhaps in part at least, but if not in whole, manual. We actually performed transaction processing at the last step. So we would receive EDI documents in many cases and then actually create the sales orders or procurement orders that represented those inbound EDI transactions. So we were EDI, but not quite EDI. And those changes and the staff that it required was quite a burden on our organization. We had quite a large number of people involved in those kinds of activities. And being able to improve our connections to our ERP environments would save us a great deal of effort and allow those resources to be deployed in environments that, were more knowledge worker as opposed to transactional workers. The consolidation effort from planning through to implementation took approximately 7 months. Over the course of that 7 months, we worked with our partners at MiracleSoft and with the IBM Sterling Integrator applications to prepare for go live. What we did at that point, once we knew we were ready, was we went into a fairly significant, fairly large testing window where we used production transactions inbound to the legacy systems and we flowed them through the new EDI environment into the new SAP ERP environment. And then as that environment went live, we actually performed those cutover transactions commensurate with a go live in wave 1 or wave 2 of our ERP implementation plan. So there was a lot of coordination activities between the two concurrently executing projects, and I think that worked very, very well in terms of protecting our partners from any impact and a lot of the work that they might have had to do had we done it differently. I think 2 points would go to talking to how this has improved the relationship that we as an organization, Metrie, have with our customers and our partners. One is the speed with which we're able to process inbound transactions. It's a great deal faster now, and we're monitoring better. We're understanding if there are issues, who to contact, when to reach out to a partner because a poorly formed EDI document may have been delivered, and that allows us to react better, to act better in performing remediation activities, fixes, and other activities around that make sure that transaction gets processed. The customers don't send us transactions that they don't need processed, and we can't afford any time or any real amounts of time in having those transactions in a queue or in an error state. We've got to get that processed. And I think that the changes we've accomplished here are allowing us to monitor and understand what's happening in our connections to our customers and business partners across the globe and making sure we're reacting and getting those resolved quickly.